Now, the Supreme Court has delivered a significant ruling on the legality of the Special Intensive Revision, which is the SIR of the electoral rolls in Bihar and West Bengal. In a key judgment today, the Apex Court upheld the powers of the Election Commission of India to carry out the Special Intensive Revision exercise, reinforcing its authority under Article 324 of the Constitution and Section 21(3) of the Representation of the People's Act 1950. Now, Chief Justice Surya Kant, while pronouncing the verdict, said that the case raised crucial questions, including whether the Election Commission had the legal authority to conduct such an intensive revision, whether the exercise was backed by a legitimate objective, and whether the procedure followed was lawful and proportionate. The court observed that the SIR was undertaken to address serious concerns in electoral rolls, including rapid urbanisation, large-scale migration and long gaps since the last comprehensive revision, all of which, it said, could impact the accuracy of voter lists. Delivering a strong message on democratic integrity, the Supreme Court stressed that free and fair elections depend not just on voting, but on the accuracy and reliability of electoral rolls, which form the foundation of the democratic process itself. The bench concluded that the Election Commission acted within its powers and that the Special Intensive Revision does not violate any statutory or constitutional provisions. And with this ruling, the Supreme Court has cleared the legal road ahead for the Election Commission to continue the SIR exercise, a move it says is essential to safeguard the integrity of India's electoral system. My colleague Brijesh Pandey is joining me right now to get us more details. Brijesh, this is pretty much in black and white now. Supreme Court is putting its weight behind the Election Commission, saying that there is no untoward objective per se for the SIR to be carried out. It is essentially being done to clear and sanitize the electoral rolls only for the legitimate voter and citizens of the country to exercise their franchise. What happens then to the entire narrative that was set forth by the TMC, especially led by Mamata Banerjee? We saw how Tejasvi Yadav had also made a huge hue and cry about the SIR, saying that it had adversely impacted their electoral fortunes in Bihar. What is going to happen now? We can see SIR being carried out in the other states as well.
Well, I think it's a big victory as far as Election Commission of India is concerned. It's a big victory because they were under a constant microscopic gaze of the opposition parties. And if you have seen the narrative in the last couple of years, especially elections in Bihar and West Bengal, it was made very clear by all the opposition parties that Election Commission is basically behaving as a stooge of the government. And the entire process of conducting SIR during the course of election it was a mala fide exercise. And also that that the Election Commission did not have the statutory power to go ahead with that kind of exercise. Now, what has happened is that the Supreme Court has perhaps given a full stop as far as all those doubts and questions about whether the Election Commission of India has the authority, has the legal mandate to conduct SIR or not. The Supreme Court has said that as you pointed out, that it does not violate the Representative of People's Act 23(2) and also says that that the Election Commission is well within its right to conduct any kind of SIR, because a clean electoral roll is also important and as important as someone's right to vote. Apart from that, another key observation was that the Election Commission is not going to decide on the citizenship of a particular citizen. What it can do is that it can define the political citizenship, in the sense that whether he or she is fit to vote or not. And if that particular individual is excluded from the voter list, then that person can approach the subsequent forum to seek a readdressal in the next 4 weeks. And it has also asked the Election Commission of India to forward that particular case to those forums. But by and large, it's a big win as far as Election Commission of India is concerned.
Absolutely, Brijesh, but this is also a huge shot in the arm for all the, political parties in the NDA who stick their neck out, who were sticking their neck out for the Election Commission and the SIR process. Does it also weaken the India bloc's attack on Election Commission? Because time and again they maintain that the Election Commission is being used as an extended organ of the government to target and carry out like a vendetta politics against the opposition parties.
Well, we'll have to also understand that just because somebody has been given a legal protection or a legal validity doesn't mean that the political parties cannot attack that particular institution. I think, the India bloc will continue with the narration that the way Election Commission of India has acted in the last 3-4 years, not giving opposition parties and opposition leaders its due respect which should be accorded to them, and also not taking into consideration their valid, as per the Indie bloc, that their valid apprehensions about malpractices in the electoral roll. So the opposition parties will keep on attacking Election Commission of India, but for Election Commission of India, I think today is a big day in the sense that Supreme Court has upheld the legal validity, and Supreme Court has also upheld that Election Commission of India is well within its right to carry SIR, as clean rolls are extremely important. And they've also said that that Election Commission of India is not going to decide on the citizenship of any particular individual. Basically, they said that they can look into whether the citizen can vote or not, but whether a person is an Indian citizen or not, it cannot be fully decided by the Election Commission of India. So yes, I would say that it's a big win for the Election Commission of India, but I feel that the attack by the Congress party and other political parties will not stop even after this particular order.